Karine, the president said this morning that, quote, I'm comfortable with them stopping with regards to the Israeli potential incursion into Lebanon. What did he mean by that, and does that mean he's uncomfortable with them continuing?
No, I answer that question, which is we believe that Israel has the right to defend itself against Hezbollah and Iran-backed groups. We have said that. We've also have said that Israel is in a tough neighborhood. You've heard us say that. They really are. And so we believe they have the right to defend itself. What we also want to see is a diplomatic resolution here. We do want to see a ceasefire. Ultimately, that's what we need to see in order to get to a place where we can get to a ceasefire, right? Where we can see citizens going back to their homes on both sides. So that still remains to be true. But do we want to see, ultimately want to see, get to a place where we get to a diplomatic resolution? Yes, that's what we want to see, for sure.
He's uncomfortable with them continuing.
No, what we have said is consistently Israel has the right to defend itself against Hezbollah. We are not shedding tears over a terrorist that was killed. That terrorist has American blood on their hands. And so we're certainly not going to shed a tear over that. We've been very clear. Israel has the right to defend itself. We've been very clear that the security of Israel, when it comes to its security, our support is ironclad. That has not changed. That has not changed.
Karine, switching to the hurricane, our reporting teams on the ground say that there are many residents there who are frustrated that more aid has not been distributed, and some of them haven't seen the federal government there for days. What would you say to those folks?
What I will say is certainly our hearts go out to them. Obviously, this is a tough, difficult time. And what I will also say is we have their back, and we can understand that. We can understand how things are incredibly confusing right now, incredibly difficult right now. Some people don't even know if their loved ones are alive or not. And so what I can say, and what the president has said, and I think what Liz has iterated as well, is that we want to make sure that they have, the folks who are in the impacted areas have everything that they need, the resources. We have the FEMA administrator who's on the ground today. She's going to be holding a press conference with the North Carolina governor in about 30 minutes or so, and going to talk about what they see and what the federal government, what FEMA is going to continue to do, working with the state and local governments as well. We are on the ground. We are on the ground. And as you know, there was a reason why the FEMA administrator was here on Thursday, to lay out what we were doing ahead of time, how we were pre-positioned on the ground, and warning people, because we understood that that is also part of our job. But you know, we're going to do everything that we can. We're going to do everything that we can.
Following up on a previous question quickly, you mentioned pre-positioning, and she did mention that assets and resources were pre-positioned Big Ben, and another question was asked before, but bluntly, should more resources have been pre-positioned in and around North Carolina?
So look, I think Liz kind of talked about that, about when she was asked a question on our prediction of the storm and how bad it was. And so certainly I'll let the experts speak to this. But again, pre-positioned, we had generators, food, water, along with search and rescue and power restoration. And right now we have U.S. Army Corps of Engineers. They're moving generators into impacted areas. We have 3,600 personnel from across the federal workforce are deployed and supporting Hurricane Helene. This includes 24 federal urban research and rescue task force, over 1,300 personnel working to rescue people who may be stranded to date. They have rescued about and supported over 1,400 people across the impacted areas. These are, if you think about the federal employees who are part of these agencies, right, FEMA and others, this is what they do. This is what they do. This is what they're trained to do. This is what they're ready to do. And it doesn't matter which state it is, right? It doesn't matter if it's a red state or blue state. This is their job, to get food there, to get generators there, to save some lives, to rescue people. And so we are very proud of the work that they've done, and we understand that people are very much suffering on the ground and trying to figure out what is going on, and we have our folks there, and we're going to do the best that we can.